Baccarat Funk.
Alright, what's up, Baccarat Funk stars? Okay, we got some good stuff for you today. It's the tie video. Got it? We are going to just smash the tie out of the park. That's the goal. Raise your hand right now if your main strategy is playing the tie. No hands? Nobody? Yeah. Well, I found a way to do it. But how? How do you do it? How do you just play the tie? Right? Seems kind of impossible. And you gotta follow a negative progression, which is actually what I do. It's not like I just wait for there not to be a tie for a long time and then go. Sometimes pairs and ties mirror each other. But when? And why? When is it gonna be 3 after? Again, or the front of the deck will mirror the back of the deck. Why do these things happen? They happen because of symmetry in the shoe. Okay, so that's what we're gonna look for. And when symmetry happens, ties happen. So, we got some great stuff for you in the video. Are you ready? We have a PDF available with a tie progression, Excel sheet, which you can modify if you want to alter progressions and stuff. There's going to be links below. What I need you to do is comment below with your questions and smash the like button. And thank you so much for subscribing. That grows the channel. This has been working for me extremely well. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. My jaw dropped the first time. I went, it works. And it did, but I didn't understand it fully, and now I do. That's why I'm so confident. The guy who came up with counting cards is Elliot Jacobson, and he modified it from the guy who came up with it originally, Ed Thorpe. He did it for blackjack, and then Elliot Jacobson does all kinds of different card counts. So there's not just one way to count cards. Also, counting cards in Baccarat is not frowned upon in the casino. You can do it. There's a bunch of things you can do by counting cards to help yourself have favor. In this case, I think the tie has the most advantage, and I disagree with Elliot Jacobson.
What?
There's a chance that you'll run into shoes where there's only one tie, or no ties at all. Probability is low, and all the times when you make your money on the tie, which is the majority, the vast majority of the time, make up for those times when you run into that ugly shoe. Buy me a cup of coffee, you go there, you join the channel, and you get all the perks. You get exclusive material, you get the videos that nobody else gets to see, you get to see videos ahead of time, and you get more access to me. The link is in the description below.
If you don't trust me, you can tie me up.
Here we go. We're gonna do some card counting for you, okay? And that is very, very easy actually. We have the low cards favoring player, the high cards favoring banker, and these cards not favoring anybody, they're 0. So it's very easy to do. The low cards, 1, 2, 3, are a +1. 4 is a +2. The high cards, 5, 7, 8, are a +1, or -1, -1. And 6 is a -2. So, +1, +1, +1, +2, -1, -1, -1, -2. I know that's fast, but it's not extremely pivotal at the moment. You can watch my card counting video if you want, and we'll do an updated video. I've made a few videos that I haven't posted yet. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyway, let's jump to the action. These cards are worth 0. We'll talk about while we'll go. You'll see how easy it is because we're just doing single hand counts. It's not a running count. It's just single hand counts. So there's a lot of different ties that come down for the counting, but the most frequent one and the easiest one to find is, yep, you guessed it, 0. When the cards cancel to 0, they're not favoring banker or player. What do you think's gonna happen? A tie. Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes a lot of 0 counts come up and there's no tie. There's reasons for that. Hopefully, this won't be a deck like that. There is a 1 in 500 chance we'll hit a shoe with only one tie. Maybe it'll have a bunch of pairs, and that is a form of symmetry. We're not actually looking for ties, we're looking for symmetry, and a tie is a form of symmetry, okay? A lot of information coming at you right now. Don't worry about any of it. We're just gonna play, and then afterwards, I'll show you how I did it. 2,000 bucks we've bought in. Let's get the burn card going and move. Ready? Burn card. It's a 7. 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we can start dealing. To speed deal while you practice at home, I think you should practice at home if you want to get good at this stuff. At anything. You should practice with real cards. It's the best way. Simulator is awesome, but it doesn't give you the feel. You should practice what you're going to actually do at the casino, unless you just play online. But I think it really helps to use real chips and real cards. So, here we go. I built this shoe, by the way. You like that? I can make one for you. I haven't started selling them yet, but I'd love to. Part carpenter, mostly Baccarat player. Let's deal. 1. First hand of the shoe. We're looking for symmetry, remember? Looking for symmetry. Ooh, symmetry right out the... Oh, no, not right out the... I thought this was a 0 card. So score right here is -1 plus 1. That equals 0. -2 is the count. Not very important because we're looking for tie stuff. I'm not going to count every hand. We're just going to move so we can get into the winning. Okay, there's a 9-2. Very nice. Plus 1 on the count. Let's move forward. Nothing there. Looking for symmetry. Ready? What do we got? Ooh, look at that. 8-7. Oh, 8-6. Natural 8. We've got those two canceling with a -1 plus 1 and a -1. I believe we had a plus 1 on the last one, and that was a -1. Guess what? -1 and plus 1 cancel out. That's like a split tie count. They equal 0. The sum of them is 0. This could possibly be a tie. Let's just put $10 on it, on the tie. Maybe this will be a tie. It could be. Let's find out. Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, we got a pair. Form of symmetry. Okay, so that little 0 count called down symmetry. Okay, don't you like that? So now there's a 4. I doubt this will be a 2. And of course it's not. We got 4 to 5. The count is +2. But we did have a form of symmetry, and it was a back-to-back. Okay, so we had a 0 count and a pair. What if a tie comes? Because that would mean the symmetry was continuing. We're going back-to-back. There's the loser's pile. Ready? Here we go. Flip it, flip it. We got 6-2. Is a 4 gonna pop out of there? Probably not. Oh, I didn't bet it. I forgot to put the money in. Okay, now let's pretend we're at the casino. That would be $80. Did I say this was gonna be a tie? Yes. Did I bet it? Oops, I forgot to move the chips forward. Let's pretend that we made a mistake. Okay, but there's your tie. Just like I was talking about, the symmetry continued. We had a pair, which is a form of symmetry, and we had a back-to-back. So that means, oh, if there's a symmetry, another symmetry is going to happen right away. Sometimes it's delayed. All right, did you like that? That was a tie, and I thought it was going to be a tie. I just forgot to put the money in. So now you can make mistakes at the casino. Okay, so play realistically. We forgot to put the money in. Let's go. Doesn't mean, oh, and this could be a back-to-back too. If this is a double tie, I'll be very sad. Okay, 8-9. But it is a 0 count. Look, 0, 0. Okay. Here, look at that. I'm not edge sorting. Okay, and this is a 1, and that's a -1. So that's another 0 count. So the symmetry is just coming again and again. Now that's like a hashtag. I use hashtags to mark my 0 counts. Okay. This is symmetry, and it's a 0 count. And we've had back to back to back to back to back. You think we're gonna have another tie? Who knows? This is probably a pointless bet. Let's put 15 on it. We got $2,000. 15 gives us 120. Gives us 120 if we get it. I don't think it's gonna be a tie, but that would be cool if it was. So there you go. No, count is +1. Here's -1 plus 2. So the count is +1. We're out 2 bets. There's the loser's pile. Let's keep on going. Let's count, actually. This is 2. So this is the second hand. We have 5-0. We have 5-3. Count right there is +4. Basically not important. No symmetry, really. Let's put these cards back here. Not decks. It's about the size of a deck, so I said decks. Right, that helps to roll my little can here to keep the cards coming. Wow, boom. And the score is 3-3. So that's 2 after, okay? So 2 after here, we'll go ahead and bet the tie. I don't know if it's gonna hit, but it could, and it would suck if we missed it. There's 0, 2, 3 is the final score, and we have a -2 for the count. Okay, let's keep on going. That's 1, and then I think 2. I'm like, I don't even remember, but we're betting 10 on it for $80. Boom. And look at that, 3 to 4. 3, 4 only takes a hit on 2 through 7. That's it. The hand is over. +2, -2. Ooh, look at that symmetry. So here's a hashtag, right? I don't know if it'll hit or not, but let's go ahead and up the bet to $20. We're gonna play pretty aggressive. We're not gonna follow a tie progression because it's more exciting to be aggressive for a video, especially if you got $2,000. Let's do it. And that's playable money, by the way. If you have $2,000 on the table and you're not willing to lose it, it's not on the table. You're kidding yourself. Money on the table is playable down to 0. Remember that. Don't give yourself a cushion to feel comfortable. Lose the money or win. That's it. There you go. 5-4. 5-4 still. 4 does not get a hit. That's the end of the hand. That's over. Ooh, $20 gone. 4 bets lost. You guys nervous? So this next one could be a push bet. I'm not gonna bet it. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. It's a tie or something. I'd be like so sad. 8-6. All right, we're good. All right, so there's -3. Now we're gonna wait for some symmetry, and hopefully a back-to-back will come down. We'll also bet the second hand. There is 7 to 8. Oh, sorry, 7 to 9. That hand's over. +3 on the count. That might have been a split count, you know, -3 +3, but I'm not paying enough attention to remember. We've got 5 to 3. We've got 5 to 5, and that's it. I think that was a -3 +3, wasn't it? So what do we have? +3 on that. Did I miss another one? Ooh, and -3. So there's your symmetry. See that? +3. You got +2 and +1, and then you have right here, remember that 6 to 8? Natural 8 to 6. This is -3, and we hit a tie, 5 to 5. I didn't bet it, see? So that's a mistake. But when you're at the casino, you write this stuff down, okay? So right now, we'd actually get all our money back. We'd have made a $20 bet. We'd have made, what, times 8 is 160 bucks. We'd get all that right there back, and we'd be good to go, okay? So 2 ties already. Are you guys feeling like, oh man, but see, if you were writing this down, you'd see the -3, you'd see the +3. I write it down. You can write down scores. They got scorecards at the casino. If you're counting cards, write it down. They don't care if you count cards in Baccarat. Do it. All right. So now we had a back-to-back happen before. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll just put 10 bucks on it just in case. Wouldn't it suck if a tie came down right now and it had been a back-to-back before? Okay, so there's 9 to 5. Hand is over. And we've got a -2. Those cancel out. -2 on the count. We lose a 5th bet. Oh no, what are we going to do? All right, there you go. 7 to 3. Flip it over. That's the end of the hand. +1 on the count. Hopefully we won't have a bunch of split counts. But the split counts are hitting. They hit twice, right? Oh, there's 3 to 3. Oh, is that the second hand after a tie? 3 to 3. Oh, it doesn't stay, so that's good. But that is a form of symmetry, so we could bet the next hand and then the hand after that. We got 3 to 5. And the score is a -1. I'm down to bet it. Let's put 20 on it. Boop, 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 boom. Boom. That's 8 to 6. Count is +2. We lose the bet. On this one, could happen on number 2. Let's just do a recovery bet. There's a pair, form of symmetry, so it's a good bet, but we didn't hit it. If you have the pairs bet, you can go for it. If you're feeling like, oh, a tie came down, maybe a pair will come down on this symmetry. And sometimes they come down a lot, so that can be pretty lucrative. But that's a little bit of a guessing game there. I feel better about just betting the tie strictly, because it does come down. Look at that, 3 to 3, we bet it. You think we're gonna get it? We got what? There's 13 cards in there, all the way, right? Or is this 13 cards and like, 4 of them are worth 0, so what, we got a 4 and 13 chance? Come on! Oh! Boom! Did I tell you? Do you like that?
Die.
So, and I know you didn't see me shuffle the deck, but this is a random deck on my life, okay? It doesn't matter. I'm so confident about this. All this video is set up to make this happen, and bada bing, bada boom, it worked out. That's a lot of ties, though, pretty quick. It's pretty nice. I really love that. That's wonderful. So we only put 15 on it. Unfortunately, that's only $120. So let's see what we've got in the losers pile and then take a little bit for ourselves. The losers pile has 85, so our profit is only 35 bucks. If you were doing a progression, technically you should have bet a little bit more right there. I just did a recovery bet. But we still made 35 bucks, and we did it confidently. We weren't scared. Here's your 35. I'm going to pick it up. 35 bucks profit. Okay, you're like, just 35 bucks? Now let's get real aggressive. It's going to be funny. It's probably going to be like a dry spell until the end of the shoe or something. Don't worry about it. Here we go. Let's get that loser's money back. But that's one of the reasons why you can go ahead and push. You can go into win. You can say, I'm going to win 1 tie. You can just progress towards the amount that you're willing to lose, you know, and then you won't only win just a little bit. But there's 35 bucks just like that. What a nice hand. And then it has been hitting back to back, and a lot of ties have been hitting. Doesn't happen all the time. So, I mean, if you wanted, you could throw 10 bucks on it again. I mean, like every other shoe, 2 ties happen in a row. It'd be cool if it happened right now. I don't think it's going to. So there's 9 to 8. And -2 on the count. We lose a bet. Now we only have $25 profit, but we'll get aggressive, okay? So that's the second hand. This could be what I call a push bet. It is a push bet. Look, there's a form of symmetry. Okay, we got a pair. It's 2 to 1. This is what? Oh my gosh! Did you see that? That was sick. It was hitting on number 2, and we got another. This is amazing, actually. That's a lot of ties. If only I was actually being as aggressive like super aggressive. And this does happen. Whew. I think that's 3 ties we missed. Oh my gosh, on a tie, I'm doing a tie video and we missed 3 ties. So, but I didn't really miss them. We just made a mistake on one because we forgot to put money in. Actually, we would have bet that. And on this one, I may have put a little bit in on it. That's my bad for being ultra conservative. I said we're gonna be aggressive and I didn't go for it. What are the, come on, look at that. What are the odds that just ace would come down like that? All right, what a shame. And back to back to back? Better not be. So we got 6. If this is a tie, I would cry. All right, so now we got -2 on the count. Let's just move through and hope that those aren't the only ties in the whole shoe. Do-do-do, number 2. And do-do-do, 9. And 0. And we have a +1 on the count. Keep on moving forward. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do. Who knows if we're gonna get more ties? That was like 4 ties already. Here we go. 3 to 1. Ooh, dragon! That's the fortune. Fortune banker. Fortune 7 or whatever you call it. Anyway, but pays 40 to 1. So ain't that beautiful right there? Don't you wish you put some money on dragon just now? I didn't put money on dragon, but we're playing the tie. Let's go. 8 to 8 tie again. Okay. Wow. Was that the second hand after a tie? Was that the second hand after a tie? If that was, I'm gonna cry. And if it wasn't, if it was the third hand, that means it was a push bet. This is hitting so hard. Okay, let's bet the tie for the next 3 hands. That's amazing. I mean, that's just incredible. All right, -1. Wow. Let's just bet it, just to bet it. Maybe this will be a back-to-back, right? Like, because sometimes ties happen 2 in a row. This is a lot of ties. This is not typical, okay? Very close, no cigar. 6 to 7. Do. And we got +3. Banker. And these cancel out, so +3 on the count. We lose it. Oh, you see all those ties that came down like that? Oh my God. My other 2 videos, which have not been able to get up, because they for the life of me, they won't export. You know, there's your tie. That's a back-to-back, which I swear on my life I was gonna bet. I was busy talking. This is actually more comical than anything. But can you see? So the last hand, what, 2 hands ago, we had a tie, 8 to 8, and then on hand number 2, we had a tie. Look, it doesn't always hit like this. This is really tie heavy, and this is amazing. And I would have and should have bet that. I didn't put the money in the middle because I'm talking too much. And that happens at the casino. Don't talk too much. Focus on what you're doing. Anyway, there's a 9, so there's another missed tie, which we're supposed to bet. Don't get upset with me. You want to bet this one and lose that money to the tie that doesn't happen? Okay, pairs. So symmetry, back to back, right? And that's a perfect pair. Isn't that sick? So there's 6 to 2. This is not a 4. There you go. Okay, so we lose, but if you were betting the pairs because you were like a tie just came down, I'm gonna bet the pair, you would have crushed it. That'd be 22 times payout. Isn't that awesome? All right, so back to back to back. I really don't think it makes sense. I'm just betting on principle here. If a tie comes down right now, it would be unbelievable. All right, 9 to 7. Count is 9-1. I'm moving really fast, by the way. I'm so disappointed that we didn't hit those bets because I was talking too much and not paying attention. That's a -1. Let's just bet that. I'm just betting it. Just betting at this point. It's like I'm just so upset about making a tie video. And then, is this a 4? No, it's not. But the count is 0. And I'm so upset about that. I'm just gonna throw in what do we got? 25, 30, 35 bucks. And then we're gonna start getting the bigger bets. That is a 9 to 4 with a 0 count. Back to back symmetries again. Let's go up to 50. That's gonna be $400 payout. No pairs, no pairs. 62. Can we get that 4? Oh! How many ties are gonna be in the shoe? This is a tie video, and ties are just coming down like nuts. But did you see that? Did you see that? I think that was hand number 2, right? Hand number 2 after that symmetry. Oh, no. We had perfect pair, then we had a 0 count and a 0 count. So this deck is really symmetrical. It's awesome. I put down $50. Yes! See, now that's being aggressive. And we would have won those other 2 bets, because in the way that I play, when there's symmetry, you go for it. So we'd actually be way out there. If I wasn't making this video and just playing this deck, the shoe, then we'd be way ahead. That was awesome. All right, so count on that as -1, doesn't really matter. Let's get paid. $400. 400! $50 for 400. Doesn't that make you happy? Now, don't get excited. This kind of stuff doesn't just happen. Ties don't just come down like this all the time. This is surprising, all right? Let's see what we have in the pot. So that's 100. We made good money on that. That's awesome. Actually, yeah, $400. This is awesome. So let's not take this. Let's take a couple $100 chips. So there's 300. There's 100. And we'll let them have these chips. Here's our payout, 400. Don't you love it? This is beautiful. And so far, our profit is what, like? I might have done the math wrong just now because I'm going too fast and I'm kind of excited. This is amazing how many how many tides came down just now. That $35 should have cut into our profit, but it looks like it didn't, so I think I did something wrong. Well, we got $300 right here, so we hadn't lost that much money. Maybe I need to pay $35. Yeah, just in case. I don't want to say we have more than we actually do. Let's put that there in case I did the math wrong, because I wasn't paying attention. But you saw that, right? All right, now this could be a back-to-back. It better not be. 8-0, -1. Let's wait for some symmetry again. This could hit, and that would be amazing. So see that? A pair. This is a really symmetrical deck, and when a symmetrical deck comes down, it tends to be awesome. There's 4-0, and 4-0 is the final. And we've got a -3.
Player.
That's 2-0, and you can actually reverse your deck if you have a shoe, and that way you don't have to flip the cards when you're practicing at home, so that they're face up. You know, I mean, if you want to have fun, sure, but if you're practicing for strategy, just deal them face up. It'll save you time. You can go through more shoes, practice more progressions. It's better to play with live cards, just like I said. Okay. All right. So there's a 0-2, but 2 still gets a hit. 0-2. We got a +1. I felt like a split count. Was the one before that -1? If this is a tie. Okay. There's a -1. We had +1. Here's a -1.
Banker.
Because it's just been such a symmetrical shoe, we're gonna hit that split on the count. It'd be really funny if this was a tie. That's a ton of ties in one shot. 1-5. That's amazing. But that's not the end of it, though. Don't get too excited. It's 5-5. It did call down the tie, but in Baccarat, 5 takes a hit when the player's third card is a 4. Okay? And it does not stand. But it did call down the symmetry. So even though it misses, see, I used to wonder, I was like, oh, the tie didn't win. They said it was going to be a tie, but it wasn't. Well, it's because basically you're looking for symmetry. You're not actually looking for the tie. But symmetry oftentimes causes a tie to happen in Baccarat. So that's why you look for it. We lose the bet, no big deal. 4-5. +1 on the count, actually. I don't know if you can see that. +1. Do the math. I'll give you 2 seconds. All right, time's up. Let's go. Second hand sometimes hits. Let's just come on. Let's 25 on it. You think that second hand is gonna hit? There's been a lot of ties. There's your pair. Symmetry again. I told you it's a very symmetrical deck. This is actually pretty cool. 4-2. We would need a 4 for this to actually cause a tie. I'm actually astounded right now. This is amazing. How many ties are we gonna have? Is this really? Did that really happen just now? 6-6. It did. This is amazing. Sometimes there's like one tie in a shoe. This is really cool. How perfect for this video. So let's get our what do we have in there? We had 50. So we had actually 45. We're gonna get 155 back. Let's pay them. Let's pay 50 and take 200? Yes. We're supposed to get 155 back. So, actually, if we take 200, why can't I do my math these days? All right, we're just gonna get rid of the losers pile and take 200 bucks to keep things simple. I'm astounded right now. That's really cool. So when you hit a good shoe, I mean, you're gonna crush it. Look at that. That's just so cool. Count is -1 on that. If you had a little time, were you looking? Were you counting? -1 on the count, and it's not a running count. You're just counting what's there. But right now, our profit, really, honestly, our profit is, wow, $455. We have made $455, and that was easy. That was not betting aggressively. That was missing tie bets. Just be careful about betting aggressive into a shoe that's got like 2 ties, okay? If you see a lot of symmetry, lots of 0 counts, lots of pairs, lots of ties, it's gonna stay that way, generally, in my experience. If you see a lot, there'll be a lot. That's actually pretty good. I don't even want to play the rest of the shoe because that was so amazing. We could finish it later. I'll give you, well, I don't even want to do anymore. That was just so awesome. Let's call it a video. Hope you enjoyed everything that we were doing. If you got any questions, I will respond ASAP. And if you want to know how to do it, just do me a favor, subscribe, like, and leave me a comment. If you want to have a direct conversation with me, go ahead and give me an email. I'll shoot my email in the description. I like it if you write questions in the comments. It helps grow the channel. And then other people can see what's going on. Some stuff is proprietary, and I'll answer you via email. I wouldn't do it publicly. Anyway, I'm really excited about all this. I have been making money doing it every time, and I love it. One time I lost 17 times in a row, and I walked out with profit. So, and that's the deepest I've gone in loss, and I wasn't even scared. A guy next to me was like, "Man, why are you wasting all your money on the tie, man? Oh, man, you fool. Why are you doing that, man? You're a fool. You're a fool. You ain't gonna win no tie bet." And I won. So, anyway, you can do it too. Thanks a lot. Peace. Now, a thank you to all of my most recent subscribers. All 115 of them. Some of them are secret subscribers, so I can't thank them personally. But to everybody who's secret, thank you. And to everybody who's public, I just want to say Emm Jay and Edward Miller, Lateef, Semiu, Olatunde, Nghia Nguyen, Gordon Shirley, and then, one name I can't quite say, pant something, and then nice, and then co. You know who I'm talking about. Let's talk Bacc. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Rafael, Mr. Rafael, subscribed. I love that guy. He's the best. And then Winston Wolfgang, Kevin Tran, Pete Coglianese. I hope so. I'm not sure how you pronounce your last name, but Pete, thank you. I think Mas Krakian. And then Krisky, 33, Jugget, Forex, Mia Miles, Premjibhai Bagda. Thank you, Prem. Appreciate it. Taylor Vandenhorn, Street Fire, Julius Wang, PJ Tech 12, Radoi Marius. What a cool name. Radoi Marius. And then Synergija 2011, thank you. Two Stout 2, probably having a beer right now. Lake Vong Faxby. I don't know if that's real or if it's a joke. John Briggs, Wath Sigburn, Ethan Roman, Gianu, Varshni, Musad Rahman, Hermes Choi, Lina, the user iPad Cam subscriber channel, that's interesting. And then Andy Chan, Winston Wolfgang, Vu Nguyen, Garrett Galindo. Thank you. I really appreciate it. You're really helping me out. And dude, I just got my first membership subscriber, dude. Went to my buy a coffee and signed up, talked to me on my email, and started supporting me. So you can do the same thing too. If you want to go to buy me a cup of coffee and throw in a little membership subscription, and anything that I have that's exclusive, any private videos, and especially anything that's proprietary that I don't put up because it's my own, you'll have access to it. So thanks. And if you got any suggestions or any requests, just let me know. I love making these videos. Peace.